On December 31st, 2022, I dropped a video titled "You Can Now Win Trade to Rank 1." In it, I detail a world of win trading, how it works, how often it happens, how much people are paid. And as soon as I dropped the video, a lot of people started telling me that I got scammed by someone. It turns out the main person that I was featuring in that video, namely WX, was actually not a win trader at all. In fact, he isn't even on the challenger ladder. His real rank is Silver 4. So today I wanted to make a correctional video talking about how a Silver 4 player was able to trick me into not only believing that he is one of the top 10 players in North America, but also one of the most prominent figures on the black market scene. So I was first approached by WX roughly 4 months ago, and he told me that he had a lot of information about the win trading scene and that he would like me to discuss it with him so that I could make a video about it. This is not entirely uncommon at all, as a lot of black market sellers are looking to get on my channel in order to get some sort of exposure or advertising for their brand for free. Generally speaking, only really 1 in 10 people actually get to be on this channel, and that is completely dependent on how much information they know, how big the story is. WX sat down for me for about 2 hours and answered all of my questions, and when it came down to verification, I asked him, so you said that you own, multiple accounts in Challenger. Can you prove that to me? So what WX does is he logs on to these accounts, he shows me that he has ownership over them, he flashes his Challenger recall, and he does this several times. Then he proceeds to show me multiple screenshots of the accounts that he owns, and he also points out the fact that he has his Discord tied to all of these high elo Challenger accounts. Here's what I didn't know at the time. The accounts he showed me were not actual real North American accounts, but rather PBE accounts. On the PBE, you can get any sort of recall that you want, and he prepared multiple accounts ahead of time to try and sell me on his legitimacy. As for the screenshots, they were actually photoshopped, and the reason I know that is because the rank 1 player Tamal had reached out to me and told me that this WX guy had actually impersonated him in the past and he'd been dealing with this issue for a while. As for the Discord verifications, he had made multiple different accounts in different regions in order to get those usernames and link into his Discord. But even all of that verification wasn't really what sold me on WX being a legitimate win trader. The reason that I was so sold that he was a legitimate win trader is because he was legitimately knowledgeable about win trading.
I don't think he's silver. If he knows all of that, all of this information, is at least is well informed. And to be well informed, you have to know about the community, like the high elo community. So he has to be at least diamond. The only fake part is that he's lying about who he is, but most of the thing about win traders, maybe the numbers are not correct about how much money win traders make, or 16K a month. I don't think this is correct. I've never made that much money. And you can only win trade at the end of the season when people really need it to stay at one rank. For example, someone is going to decay, they want one win trade to stay challenger or master. It's mostly betting. It's not an even win trade, it's just hinting streamers. One guy that was paying me to give them the account and internationally lose or win games with Tier 1 was telling me that he was getting paid by his boss who just wanted to see Tier 1 getting mad. So there is actually one guy on top of everything that just want to see streamers' reaction, and that guy is so rich that he doesn't care about how much money he's giving people to find a way to in Tier 1.
The world of win trading is not something that just anybody knows about. It's very niche, it's a very black market topic, and it's a very new thing that has arrived onto the scene. You don't just know about it unless you're in that business, unless you're in that scene. When I do a League of documentary, I generally interview at least around 5 people. And the reason you don't see 5 people on screen is because not everybody's English is good, or they're not good speakers, and there's just a variety of practical reasons why I wouldn't use every single person I interview in a single video. When it comes down to black market services, it's really hard to find people that actually want to talk to you. And what I usually do is I ask them, hey, you have all these claims and you say you own all of these win traders and people. Can you refer me to one? I would like to talk to one of your win traders. I would like to talk to somebody else in this business, and I would like to see what else they know about this business and verify parts of your story. So WX referred me to someone who is legitimately master tier ELO, and I talked to him for about an hour. I asked him about win trading. He told me that he had win traded a bunch of Tier 1's games, and he gave me a lot of information about the scene, and he referred me to somebody else, somebody who was a customer of win traders, and I talked to him for an hour. Here's what I didn't know. What I didn't know at the time was that every single person that I had initially spoken to with WX, every person along the line of that initial contact was a paid actor that he had sent money to in order to convince me of their legitimacy. One of them actually showed me a receipt in which WX had sent him a script and $300 in order to just chat with me for a single hour. So this guy has multiple varieties of forged verification, is genuinely knowledgeable about a very niche black market scene, and sent multiple $300 an hour paid actors to talk to me and convince me of his legitimacy. Guys, I'm making fucking League of Legends documentaries. This is the kind of prep work you do before you try to get away with murder. So today, I'm making a retraction video and an apology today. I made 3 big mistakes within that video. The first mistake was an honest editing error. We actually used the wrong screenshots of the wrong WX account when we introduced the video. I don't really know anything about MJM. I know he's an elo booster because he's told me. He says he doesn't win trade. I don't know anything about him. I literally just used the wrong screenshot on the front because he happened to be ranked 6 at the time and he did have a WeChat name, and I literally just did not catch it because I was not looking at all of the numbers within his name. So that is my fault. I apologize for any grief that has caused MJM, because I know a lot of people were calling him a win trader when I literally have no evidence of MJM being win trading. Okay, I don't know anything about this guy. But the person that I was calling out and the person that I was 100% sure that he was a win trader was Tamal Rumble. And if you want to know about Tamal Rumble's win trading experience, well, he can speak for himself on that.
For my part, I really don't care about if I'm seen as a win trader, because I know that I win trade to make my money. I'm not win trading for myself. I don't care about getting any LP. Do you know what I'm saying? I just play to play and make money. Like, if tomorrow someone asked me to lose 500 LP on my main account for like 2000 USD, I would do it right away, because I'm just playing to make money. I sell win trade. I don't buy win trade or want to be win traded my way. I don't care about getting plus 15 on my accounts. If people ask me, oh, can you lose so I get plus 15? I will be like, sure, give me this amount of money for it.
But even though Tamal is a public win trading seller, I am fairly confident that he is not a buyer of win trades. And that's mostly because of the story that WX had told me and because of the economics of elo boosting that exist. When you purchase a win trade, a lot of that is like purchasing an elo boost. Basically, the price goes up, the higher elo it goes. And if you're trying to purchase win trades at the top 10 challenger ladder, that shit gets very expensive very quickly. The story that WX had sold me was not that Tamal was actually purchasing for these win trades, but rather there was a group of win traders, and because they were all friends, when they saw Tamal on the enemy team, they would just throw the game and try to basically help their boy achieve his goal. And since WX obviously isn't a real group, obviously that evidence is false. Tamal was the first person that I had spoken to after the video came out. I have apologized to him privately, and now I want to do it publicly to say I am sorry for being misled into thinking that you are a win trader that goes up. Obviously, rank 1 is an incredible achievement, and to have that sort of thing questioned must be incredibly demoralizing and demeaning towards your accomplishment. As a gesture of apology towards Tamal, what I have told him is that I would be willing to make a video about how he hit rank 1 and to do a full feature about him, because I accused him of not being able to hit rank 1, and so I feel like it's only fair that I tell everybody how he did hit rank 1. Now, on to the main reason that we're here. WX. I want to be the first person to tell you, congratulations, bro. Like, you fooled me. You really did. I had no idea that you did all of this to try and get on my channel. Like, that is, you have an incredible drive and work ethic for scamming people. I mean, it is really impressive. Now, you worked so hard to be on my channel and learned so much about me, so I felt that it was only right that I learned some things about you. Over this last week, I have gotten to really know WX. I know a few little pieces of information about him, like his real name, where he lives, his bank account information, and all these other boring details that you don't need to know. Don't worry, WX, okay? You're 16 years old. I know you're 16 years old, but I would never dox you, okay? Publicly doxing someone on a forum, that's just shitty and trashy behavior. I would never do that. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna help you, okay? That's all I want to do, WX. I want to help you because you worked so hard to be on my channel and to become famous. So I decided I'm gonna help you become even more famous, all right, by showing people who you really are. And by the end of the video, I guarantee that everyone who watches this is going to remember you forever. So I'm going to tell you guys about the real WX and why he did all of this. I thought that WX was probably a black market seller and that he probably had his own channel and he was trying to get his business going, but he wasn't doing very well. So he did all of this to try and make some money, basically. But that's not actually the case. The first thing you need to know about WX is that he is legitimately Vietnamese. And that is actually very important to this story because for some reason, he seems to be ashamed of the fact that he's Vietnamese. If you watched my original video, you'll know that he originally introduced himself as Zhu Yang and tried to pretend that he was Chinese. The reason he does this is because he seems to legitimately want to be Chinese. Most people, they worship like celebrities or famous people. WX, he worships Chinese elo boosters. Like, he thinks that they are literally like the coolest thing in the world, that you're Chinese and that you elo boost for money. So he's constantly hanging out with Chinese elo boosters. He's trying to be in their Discord servers. He actually pays money to some of them so that they'll be his friend. Basically, if there was a Michael Jackson version of turning yourself into a Chinese person, that's what WX would be doing right now. Now, the reason WX seemed like an experienced black market seller is because he legitimately is an experienced black market seller. However, he does not sell League of Legends items, rather he sells Roblox items. Now, in my original video, WX was claiming that he had made $700 a day from his black market services. That is probably actually somewhat believable considering the fact that he was able to pay actors $300 an hour. Despite the fact that I think it's very impressive that you're making that much money at 16, for some reason WX is extremely ashamed of the fact that he's a Roblox seller and he lies to his friends and family that he's a Chinese elo booster. This man is literally just the most dedicated Chinese elo boosting cosplayer in the world. And that's why he knows so much about the win trading scene. It's because he hangs out with these elo boosters and win traders all the time, and that's where he got all of his knowledge from. Now, one other thing I really want to tell you about WX is that he is a true ladies man. I mean, he loves the ladies. When he doesn't have anything to do with his time, what he does is he goes out there and harasses women. He sends girls messages like, "I need you," or "I kill myself," or "It's only you, I'll die without you." Hi, missing you, I can't live without you texting me. Don't ego me, WTF. Liar, 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 liar. Sorry, missing you so much. It's been 10 minutes since your last message. Please respond back. I'm not crazy, only you. I love so much the way you move your hands across the keyboard to type one word dry response to me. I'm bored. I'm gonna go find a random woman to harass. Found one. Sorry if I ever made you feel uncomfortable. I strip for older women online for money and it really fucks me up and I do it as an outlet. I'll go insane if I don't harass random women online. Now, unfortunately for WX, his approach is just a little bit too strong for most of the women in the modern world. So what does he do when they inevitably block him? Does he give up and move on? No, he's WX. He's a tenacious one. What he does is he actually sends his Roblox customers to mass DM these girls to unblock him so that he can continue sending these lovely messages to them. Oh, and if you're wondering how he treats his Roblox customers, don't worry, he treats them even better than the women that he harasses. So there you go, WX. I hope you enjoy that because you have just officially become a meme within this community. You are one of the hardest working and most mentally ill people that I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. And that's a good thing because you're going to need to work very, very hard in order to overcome your mental illnesses. So here's what I want you to do for me, WX. I know you're watching because you're just such a big fan and I know you would never miss a single one of my videos. What I would like you to do is I would like you to stop harassing women. I would like you to stop impersonating people and scamming people, and I would like you to check yourself into therapy. You can afford $300 for paid actors. I'm sure you can afford a good therapist because you're going to need one. And the reason you're going to do all of these things for me is because if you don't, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to make you famous within the League community. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make you famous with the people that deal with tax dodgers, because I noticed on your Discord server, you have this little tutorial section on how to use PayPal friends and family. And then you can be so famous that Uncle Sam will know your name. You wanted to be as famous as possible, and I'm just helping you along that road, letting as many people know about your story as possible. I see myself as a bit of an educational YouTuber, and I always try to teach important lessons to people. And the lesson that you should have learned here at WX is that when you fuck around in the online world and you try to harass, intimidate, or impersonate people, there's real-world consequences that come back to you. Now, a final word to all of my fans. I apologize for getting this wrong. Okay, I had no idea. I was completely blindsided by this. I would just never have expected that anyone like would have gone through this much time, effort, and energy just to be able to role play as a Chinese Elo booster. Like, I mean, just saying that sentence out loud is fucking stupid to me. Like, the fact that this actually even happened is stupid to me. I like this is just the whole situation just feels ridiculous. But I do really try to make sure that everything I say in my videos is verifiable, that it has good sources, and everything is accurate and up to date to whatever it is that I'm talking about. So I will continue to try harder and try to validate harder in terms of my videos. I am going to be deleting the video after a period of time. Unfortunately, there is a sponsor on it, and there's standard sponsor contract that you cannot delete a video until a certain period of time has passed. So once that period is up, I will be deleting that video. I'm going to be hyperlinking this video towards the beginning of that video so that you guys can watch, so that anyone who's new can watch this video first so that they understand what's wrong in this video. I wanted to again apologize to MJM and Tamal Rumble, who are mostly affected by the video, and I want to thank everyone who reached out to me personally to tell me about the details of what they had experienced through WX or any other information that they had about the video. So I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.